Well, my friends, this is Jay, and this is Jay's Knit and Purl Jam. Oh, my word. Whew. It may be hot and humid outside, but it doesn't matter. I'm excited about this project. You know why? You know why? Are you ready? This is a good day to crochet. To crochet with my friends. And I wanted to bring you something new and something fun and easy to end as we get ready to end the summer. Summer school for stitching, you can call it part of that. It's simple stitches to crochet. I haven't crocheted, a good project in a good while, a large one. But this, when I came up with this design, just looking back through some of my old designs, I thought this would be perfect. And you can make it any color you want. You can do it for any season you want. And of course, I'm just the stash buster. I simply just went back to my warehouse and found some beautiful, beautiful big box store yarn, some Caron Simply Soft. I had 2 good skeins of this beautiful, beautiful teal. And look at this wrap. And of course, when we go over the counter, I'm going to show you even more up close how pretty it is. But just take a look at that. Who can tell me what that stitch is? Can you tell me? Can you tell me? Filet crochet. I thought, well, let's just put it all together. Filet crochet. There it is. C'est soir. Okay. Then we have US double crochets. Ooh, hey, I'm on a roll. And then I thought about the stitch that I've shared with you more than once, but I'm going to share it again. I think I'm going to see how many times can I use this one stitch. We learned it years ago as Solomon's knot, and then all of a sudden it became the love knot. So look at that lace. If you didn't get it the first time, okay. And then I brought it back the second time. Okay. 3 times, it's going to be the charm. You're going to get it this time. You're going to just absolutely get it and love it. Love this stitch. Look at that. Can you see it now? 3 stitches put together, and all you have to do is crochet. You don't have to figure hardly anything out. Just be able to count a few little filet crochet boxes, and everything else is automatic. It's the best type of project to have. One that you can really enjoy. And guess what? You don't have to worry so much about the fit or gauge. I'm going to give y'all the information, and you not only will be able to make yourself one, but you can make your best friend one too. I promise you're going to go Oh, and let me let you see Bird. Let me turn it around real quick. I'm gonna just let you see Bird for a second. Bird, entertain the people for me. Show 'em my new mug. Can you see that? Let's see, can I set it up here? I'm always having problems how to sit. There it go. I need one of those little GoPros, don't I? Or something. I'm going to just flip this around. Can you see that? And then I'm going to come back. Because the magic is in the bag. Let's go back up. Come back out. I'll pull it out slowly. There's the magic. The Love Knot lace wrap. You know why? Because it's a good day to crochet. Oh my gosh. I am excited. I hope this is going to make you excited. And once you make it, I know it's going to make you look pretty. So, nothing else to do. Oh, look at the fringe. Oh my God. Oh, the fringe is so pretty. Oh my goodness. Out of 2 skeins of yarn from yesteryear. Who knows how long I've had this yarn? Oh, I guess I was going to do something important with it. Well, finally, in 2026, I'm doing something important with it. So let's get ready to go to the counter so I can just take you step by step, give you everything you need to know so that we can get started. That's how easy it is. Take one final look at that lace. And I'll see you in just a minute. All right, my friends, I want to jump right in with my working formula because we want to go ahead and start our chain and start with the first, the neckline stitches where I'm going to be using the filet crochet. The filet crochet sets everything into motion. It tells you the size and everything. All right, so for instance, well, first of all, I just have it, I wrote it down so that you can see it, and it would always be with a little working formula. We need an eye hook or 5.5 millimeter and a J hook, 6.0 millimeter hooks. You know, I grew up in the age of letters. But, you know, if you ever need to know those something, just go to Google, people. Instead of writing a whole message, just go to Google and get yourself a chart. Hey, get yourself a chart. All right, so now for the size. Small, medium to large on this beautiful crochet project. For small, medium to large, you're going to need 78 filet crochet boxes. Can you see my little box here? You're going to need 78 boxes. And of course, all that will be in this tutorial. Right in the middle, you know, I'm 1X to 2X. You can say a bra size from anywhere from 42, 44, 46, 48. Falls right in the 40 range. So if your bust size is around that size and you're, you know, and you're not like super duper tall, you know, you're 5'2" or 5'1" under, you know, this 1X to 2X with 88 filet crochet boxes will work for most people. See, I've got the little box here. Now, you are broader in the shoulders, or you're just taller, or you're larger in the bust than my 1X to 2X, 44 or 42 up to at least 48. All right, above that, 3X to 4X, you need 98 filet crochet boxes. Can you see that? And at the very end, we will end this beautiful project with a love knot stitch. So make sure you take a nice screenshot of that and get your crochet hook eye, and then we're going to have some yarn, and I'm going to show you, well, Jay, how do we do this? Glad you asked. Real easy. All right, back in just a moment. All right, my friends, let's go ahead and get started. And as we get started, I want to show something, and I'm going to try to remember. I've been talking back and forth with, you know, my friends on YouTube, and And, you know, we think that maybe we should start adding a little more of some basic things, or how to begin things because we have so many new people, you know. A lot of people out of work. People got time to watch YouTube videos and maybe try to pick up a little something they can do on the side or whatever. So, just to help anyone and not to leave anyone out. I think we will start trying to add a few little simple beginner type things to help people. All right, right off the bat, we're going to start with a chain. Now, I make a long chain. If you work with me in crocheting, you know that I don't do a lot of counting chains. I just simply make a long chain. But whether I am crocheting or knitting, the first thing I do is make a slip knot. Once you say slip knot to a beginner person, I have seen people take as much as 30 or 40 minutes trying to understand how to do a slip knot, because people have taken it and just, you know, people have just added so much. Everybody wants to put their own little twist on everything. Well, I'm old school. Old school simply says, hey, my baby's shoes need tying. My baby's walking and her shoestrings untied. This is a shoestring. Or my shoestring's untied. I'm out walking, I look down and my shoestring's untied. What do? I don't figure out a whole bunch of things. I take the shoestring, I wrap it around one finger, like this. Just wrap it around and poke that shoestring through the hole, pull it. That, whether you are crocheting or knitting, is a slip knot. It will move if you pull the yarn. Again, baby's walking. Baby's shoes untied. Baby's gonna fall. I'm old school. If you want to make a slip knot, you don't have to panic. You just take one finger. You don't have to do 2 and 3 and get the hook, and just one finger, wrap the yarn around the finger. Now stick that yarn through the hole right there. Just stick that yarn through the hole, and there's a slip knot. Now if I want that slip knot larger, I just pull, just open it up. See, it just slips. It just slides up. Look how long. I can just make it as large as I want. Okay, now I'm going to grab my eye hook, and I don't need it that large. So what can I do? I can just pull the yarn down here on one of the tails. See it? I can just pull it to the size that I need. That is a slip knot. Whether you are a crocheter or a knitter, let's try to keep things to keep people encouraged, and so they don't spend an hour trying to figure this out. Now I'm going to, since I am a right-handed crocheter, all right, I'm just going to kind of turn it so I can get the yarn, this yarn in back here. Just turn it so I can start making my crochet loops. You're just going to simply hold the little knot right there in place. You stick your crochet hook in it, and you just start putting loops through the hole, just like this. Just pull it through. 1, pull it through, pull it through, pull it through. See, I pull it through. Just keep pulling it through. Now, these are the chains. Can you see that? And they're nice. It's going to take practice to get them uniform, get them nice and neat. But everything comes with practice. All right, now to do this crocheting project, I'm not going to count chains. I know that I want, let's see if I can pull this up now. Get my little lady here. I'm gonna let the camera up a little bit so I can get my little lady here. Oh yeah, she's good. I can pull up a little bit. I don't want her too close though. I'll back out a little bit. Just there, just so that I can see her. And I'll back my camera out a little bit more. Okay, now you can see my little form. Can you see her? Okay. All right, we are going to crochet. This is the way I do it for a lot of my things. I want to make a long chain, long enough for me to use for this project, but to make sure I have extra chains. When I am designing, or you or someone else, and yes, you have to use the multiple sometimes, but in this, the way I'm going to show you, will work just fine most of the time. There's always exception to the rule. I want to make something that's going to go up and come around the neck and hang long, and make sure I have extra chain. So I'm going to just real quick. This wasn't part of it, but I just said we were going to show people. So I guess I need to live up to what I said. Like I said, this is some thick, real kind of hard yarn. I just saw it there in my basket, and I switched real quick. I grabbed it up just so that I can make sure that you see it. So now I'm sitting at an awkward angle, so even my chains don't look that good, but that's okay. Can you see what I'm doing? I may be down too low because I changed the camera angle, and I'll bring it up. I'm just sticking a crochet hook up in the loop, pulling some more yarn through the loop. Pull it through. Pull yarn through. Pull yarn through. Can you see it? Pull yarn through. Pull yarn through. Just making a long chain. But I'm not counting because I'm going to set the multiple when I start working. But I want to make sure, because when I'm designing, I can change right in the middle of a maybe figuring out all those chains, and then what happens when I change and go, you know what? Instead of a 2 double crochet chain and a V-stitch, why don't I do a bobble and then a V-stitch? And well, now I've just messed up my stitch count. That means I have to start all over. Got to pull all those chains out, figure out something else. Okay, well, I'm going to show you. Now, please, hope I got this up since I moved that camera. I want to chain more than what I need, and I'll show you on this little thing. When I'm doing this, I'm looking at the mirror with my real body, but I'm just showing you with this little pincushion lady. I'm just showing you with the pincushion lady. Gotta remember to keep my hands up here since I changed it. Okay, so I've already got a whole bunch of chains. See there? Whole lot of chain. Alright, now if this is my real body, it will be real long. I'm going to go to my mirror in the bathroom, turn on the lights. I put it up around my neck. I see where it's going to fall, where I want this wrap or scarf or whatever you're making going to fall. For this one, I want it below here's the waist. Can you see her waist? I'm going to take time on it so you can see it, so you can have it. Alright, there's her waist. I don't want, and we're going to say these are her knees down here. So that means the waist and the knees, so that's the hip in here. Alright, I want it below the waist. So I'm just going to kind of adjust it. It's below the waist, but not down to the hip or down to the knees. It's below the waist. Now, I can just pull out some of these chains or just really leave them. Just go ahead and leave them. That's the best way. Just leave them as long as you know that you are below the waist for this project. Here's the waist. Maybe your belly button's there, so I'm way down here. I'm about 4 or 5 inches below that. How about that? Does that make sense? That's how I do when I don't count, when I do the no count chain. Now, let's move her and let's start our filet crochet. Show you how easy it is. Take a look at that. Make sure you have it. I'm going to do it in little sections so you can get it. Back in just a moment. Alright, so here's my long chain so far. Now this is my practice chain, my pretend chain from my little pincushion lady. But you have gone to the mirror in your bathroom, turned on the lights, and you have made a chain at least 4 to 5 inches below your belly button from your waist. You've got this long chain, and you think, ooh, Jay, it's pretty long too. Yeah, okay. Well, you're going to see how much it's going to help you in the long run, in case something goes wrong. Okay. The first thing I do, whether I am crocheting or knitting, I normally work with borders. That's just me. Most people don't. I've never hardly ever seen anybody start a crochet and says this is a border. But you know what happened when I left off B for the border on my knitted piece. So B just stands for border. And and we're starting with the I crochet hook. Put the J out of the way so you don't pick it up by mistake when you start sitting things down. This is the I hook we want to start with. So in the 4th chain from the hook, that fourth chain, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, I'm going to make a double crochet. You, I forgot, you new people, yarn over, go through the fourth little stitch there, bring a loop through. Now I have 3 loops on the hook. I pull through 2, stop. Now I have 2 more. I pull through those 2. Now I have the extra little where I have those extra stitches when I was skipping over to go get to the 4th chain from the hook, and I want to go ahead and do it one more time. So I wrap the yarn, go through the next stitch, pull a loop up. Now I have 3 loops on the hook, and I pull through 2, stop, pull through the next 2. That is an American double crochet, and that's going to give me, I'm counting this as 3 double crochets. The little curve where I started, 1, 2, 3. That is a border. That's going to be my border. That's going to be your border. All right, now from this point it starts to filet crochet. Now filet crochet, it's just like anything. There's all kind of versions and all kind of stitch counts, and you can use. I'm going to use the very basic one where look, I'm going to chain 1 stitch right there, chain 1. Now look on the bottom. I'm going to skip 1. See, there's a stitch on the bottom. I'm going to skip and go into the next stitch, wrap the yarn, go into the next stitch right there, pull up a loop. Now go, remember you had 3 loops on the hook, bring it through 2, and then the next 2. Okay, I have made, let me just pull it up. I have a 3-stitch border, 1, 2, 3. I have a chain 1 and I have a skip 1 space right there, and then I have a double crochet. Yarn over, go through the stitch, pull up a loop, go through 2, stop, then go through the last 2. Then you chain 1 again. We're just going to do this all the way across now. Chain 1, skip 1 on the bottom. Filet crochet is very, you use it in so many different ways. Making charts and graphs and all kind of, but it can be chain 2, it can be a chain, it doesn't matter. It's whatever the designer is going to use it. This is the more basic, where you just chain 1, skip 1. See, really basic. All right, next thing, chain 1 stitch, skip 1 down here on the bottom, double crochet in the next stitch, just like this. Chain 1 so you don't forget. Let's look again. Now we have, I always call them railroad tracks. I have a border of 3 though that most people won't have, so that you'll know that's me. 1, 2, 3. Then I start the filet crochet. And you can tell it because you're going to see the box. Remember the little boxes on our paper here? Our little color work box. Okay. All right, now for whatever size you picked out, I'm in the middle. I'm going to be working this on my long chain that fits my body, and I'm going to work until I have 88 boxes. 88, I'm going to actually count the boxes. So let's just do a few more just so I can kind of get the flow of it. So I have something at least to count in the practice. Like I say, the real chain, you're going to have a whole lot of chain. But chain 1, don't forget, then double crochet again, skip 1, double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, I did that, and then skip 1 on the bottom, double crochet again. You'll get in the habit of chaining 1 right away so you don't forget. Don't chain 2 or you're going to have a different, your box is going to be really large. So chain 1, skip 1 to make up for that chain 1 you just made. So now I'm just going to cross, chain 1, skip 1 on the bottom, double crochet across, chain 1, skip 1. Okay, now we can just stop and talk a minute because you can see how easy it is. Okay, because I need to show you something when you get to the end. All right, so here we go. Here is my pretend long chain. For my size, I want to have 88 of these boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're going to count and keep making boxes until you fill up, till you get to your number on the little working formula sheet. When you get to your number, just stop and I'm going to share with you what you do next. That makes sense? Okay. But let me let you catch up so you'll have your boxes. Alright, so now you have hopefully worked across your long chain and you've come to your number of chains you're supposed to have that will fit, most people of the size. Alright, so my size is a 1X. Bra size again, we're starting where around 42. It could be 40, 42, 44, 46, 48. Okay, I need it just by me working the stitch. And again, I don't know if, I'm sure I've said it on the first part of the video, but it's hard to remember everything you say when you're making these tutorials. I'm using a medium weight number 4, which is always my standard yarn, my go-to yarn, whether I'm buying it high-end when I was at the knit shop, and we bought it every week and just brought that yarn home and stored it in a container, or whether I go to one of the big box store for a yarn haul. This happens to be, well, in the original project, is Simply Soft. It's a nice yarn with a sheen to it. It's very nice, and it's not real heavy or thick. This that I'm practicing on is heavy and thick. This probably is some Red Heart or something. I'm just practicing. So anyway, I just wanted to make sure, and we started with the eye hook. Now you get into the down. You say, Jay, I did it. I got across, and I have my number of filet crochet boxes. Now, you might think, boy, they're nice, and they're nice big size boxes. That just shows you that when people are working filet crochet, they normally use threads, and usually number 10 thread. I don't go to number 10. I usually, if I'm going to use a thread, it's a number 3. But now can you see the difference in how tiny those little boxes are? But for our projects, we're using, big size. All right, so now you got down, and here's, say, this is the last box. Did you count more than once, or did you just count again? Always count twice. So you count your boxes again. You go, okay, Jay, this is my last box right there. I stopped, just like you said, stop. Okay, I left my little loop up. I have my eye hook. Okay, now we need to make this end match the beginning end. I started with 3 stitches that I call my border. So, counting this stitch right here that you just stopped with, this double crochet, that's 1. So in the next stitch, I'm going to do a double crochet, just like I was doing. 3, then pull through 2, then pull through 2, 1 more. Yarn over, go through the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2, then 2. Now, I have a 3-stitch border like I had when I started. Now I chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Turn the work. Turn that big long chain you just made. If you want to stop, go get something to drink and some popcorn, because you're going to be doing this for quite a while. That's why I say it's so easy. It's just, fun type project. So now I go into, all right, once I chain 3 and turn, now watch. Not that first where you're in, go to the next one right there. You're going to double crochet. You're just going to stack these on top of each other so that you'll have 3 on this once we turn. There's my 3. I have 3 on the bottom, and now I have 1, 2, 3. Now I have 3 on the top. Don't worry about that little hole. That's just part of crocheting. Once you can get over and get into the process, child, there's so many things you can have fun doing. You don't even think about some of the silly stuff people bring up in work and stuff. All right. Right now, you can, whether you know it or not, this is the wrong side. I suggest you take some, I always use contrasting yarn, which, oh, yeah, I see a little piece. I was going to say I don't have any. right away as soon, and it's going to be most important, and we're going to mark it in more than one place too. But I'm going to go ahead and just show you right now real quick. Okay, I take a piece of contrasting yarn. Since your chain is so long, I would do it on one end, near the one end, and then in the middle, and then on the opposite end. I'm just going to stick this one little piece right here. But somewhere on this wrong side, this is going to make all the difference in the world. I'm just going to take my crochet hook, loop it over, and then just pull it through like I'm doing some fringe. There's the two little legs, see them right there? And then I just bring those through the little loop I just brought through. Just like that. Now I got some straggling strands, but I don't care. I'm just going to keep on going. So now I have the back of my work marked. And since, like I say, you have a long chain, mark it in 3 places. One end, middle, the other end. Now let's move. Now, all I have to do is tell you, once you've done your 3-stitch border right there, remember, chain 1, then skip that space. That's like skipping 1, so you skip the space, put a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Now you're going to get a rhythm. Now you can watch the whodunit. Just like this. And you're just going to go in and work your double crochet, chain 1. That's to get across that big space there. Double crochet, chain 1. So when you look at it, you have borders stacked on top of borders and filet crochet boxes stacked on top of boxes. Boxes over boxes. Does that make sense? And I have the back marked, so as I'm going and I'm really picking up speed, once we get started, you're going to go, oh, Jay, this is like, ooh, this is like magic. All right, so now you're going to work back and forth. I worked mine for at least 4 inches. So you're going to be working. I don't have, let's see if I can reach the sample real quick. Hold on without hitting the camera. Okay, here, I was able to get it. All right, here we go. Okay, on my filet crochet section right here, help me out, Bird. Can you straighten it out for me so they can see it? That's what happens when you have a big piece and your space is tight. Okay. Does that make? Alright, so you can see the filet crochet section because you can see the little holes. Right? Right. Trying to get a little closer this way. That's what I was trying to get. Okay. Look at that. See the pretty little holes? And they're stacked on top of each other. And I have about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At least 8 holes up, but I think it was about 4 inches. So everywhere, you're going to be working the filet crochet with the borders on each end. You know, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, okay, for at least 4 inches. So, take your time, enjoy the process, get your nice little rhythm, and I will come back when we get near the end of our 4 inches. Now, how cute is that so far? Well, keep going, because the magic is going to be just around the corner. Okay, back shortly. All right, my friends, I'm back with a check-in and to move you to the next section of our beautiful 3-stitch lace wrap. So, when I left, you were simply working on the filet crochet neckline. This is the neck. We're working top down. Okay? And you were to work at least 4 inches. Everybody everywhere could probably work with 4 inches. This is just a part that goes around the neck. Now we are about to start the body. We're going to start the body. This is the part that's going to give it shape. That's going to give you that crescent shape, a nice kind of a soft crescent. And this is when you will put away your eye. Take your eye hook, go ahead and put it away so you won't get it mixed up. Now we're going to the J hook. The rest of the project will be done with the US J hook or whatever, 6.0. All right. Now, I'm just going to demonstrate, and then we're going to go to the real project. Here I am at the last, we're just pretending now that I have 4 inches of this filet crochet. You can tell that right away because we can see the little filet crochet boxes. Check your count again for the number of boxes and all of that. All right, so as I'm coming up to my last row, my pretend last row, I double crochet, chain 1, I go into the last double crochet. Oh, I'm sorry, this was the border. Remember, this one had a border. So let me just back up because I don't want to confuse you. Okay, I'm coming up to the last box right there. I'm going to stack a box on top of that box. A box on that box, on that box. Now, so I do chain 1 and I do the double crochet. After that, I look and I see, well, I'm at my little 3-stitch border. Can you see that? There's 3 double crochets left. Then I'm just going to count the one I just did. I'm going to go into the next double crochet and go ahead and double crochet it. I kind of already picked up my J, but you're going to pick it up as soon as your turn, so it doesn't matter. Then I'm going to go ahead and I have to work into that post to get 3. Let me just kind of back it out. That's the only thing with these. If you don't have the real pointy head, and this yarn is so... Okay, so now I have my 3 double crochets stacked on top of each other, which simply represents a border. And there are my filet boxes. Now, this is when you're going to grab up your J hook. Stick it into the loop. Put the eye up so you won't get it by mistake, which is possible. Now I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Turn the work. This is the right side because I had the wrong side of the back marked. So when I turn the work, now I'm on the front of the work. Now this is where the body of this wrap starts. Okay. I'm simply going to start double crocheting in everything going across. No more chain 1s any place, just double crochet. Now look, when I get up to where that space is, right there, you just 1 double crochet fills in. Now, you also want to just practice here. Try to make sure that and put that round by bird. Try to keep your stitches real nice and loose. Alright, after I fill in that space with 1 double crochet right there, then in the next real double crochet, I just put another double crochet. Now in that space right there, I'm going to put 1 double crochet. And now I'm just going across. I'm going to do a little bit so that you can see how smooth it looks. Like I say, keep it loose though. Try to keep your stitches real loose, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. No more chain 1s. If you chain 1 from habit, because that's what we've been doing, just back it back and pull it out and just put a double crochet. Now, already you can see what is happening. We are closing up all the filet crochet boxes, okay, with just double crochets. Now, if you see any holes or gaps, that means you just forgot and put a chain 1, so just pull it back. That's what's so great about crocheting. It's so forgiving. You just pull it back. If it's knitting, oh God. But I love it. So Now I'm just going across. Then I'm going to just do a few. Then I'm going to stop. I am just doing a US double crochet on a US J hook. Ooh, I almost did a chain one. I had to stop myself. I almost did a chain one right there. Just from the, from the previous rows. Previous section. Stop every once in a while so you won't go too far in case you do make a little mistake and leave a chain one hole. See, now look how nice and smooth, no chain one hole, front or back. And we started on the front of the work because I have the back marked. And all I'm going to do is just double crochet across. You don't have to worry about the border, anything. You just double crochet in everything you see. Every stitch, every space. Every stitch, every space. Can you see it? Okay, now, let me show you what you're going to, instead of wasting time doing that, let me just bring this over here. Oops, my little lady fell. Alright, so now I'm going to switch. This is the real wrap. Let me make sure I got it on camera, that I'm close. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, so just to catch you up, take a measurement, see if we're on. Here's my neckline, your neckline, everyone, everywhere. Should try to at least do on the filet crochet, try to have at least 4 inches. Look at that, 4 inches right there. See that? Let's see if you can see it. I don't want to pull close, I'll just keep right there. Okay, now the body, which is what we have just changed and started with, this is where you put your J hook in, starting now with the double crochet. And look, every stitch is filled, every box and every double crochet is filled in, and I did that for at least 6 inches. Look at that, right on the money. There's 6 inches right there. If you're a taller person, you're over 5'7" or 5'8" or something, you could go 7 inches, and if you're even taller than that, or you can go 8. What you're trying to do on this section, watch. See this? I'm going to get in the camera for a second. You see the ball of your shoulder? You have to make sure before we can add any lace to bring this double crochet section down below, like not to the elbow, but somewhere in between. So if it takes 6 inches, if you've got short arms like me, 6 inches works good. If you've got long arms and you put it on you've got to put this on, wrap it around your body, up at your neck. And you'll see, to get it to relax as it comes around the back, your back, and come to the shoulder, you have to get over the shoulder and come down, enough so that once we start the lace, everything will lay flat. Does that make sense? And when you put it on, since we have the back mark, you'll find the neck is going to bunch up in the very back. This is when you just take the fabric up at the neck and just fold it back like a little collar, then put it on your body to see if you are getting enough stretch and enough crescent. You're getting enough of the crescent from this stitch. But if you're using your J and you just keep knitting the double crochets, it will start to kind of ruffle a little bit, and that's when you know, okay, I'm doing it right. It will start to kind of wave, not ruffly, but it will just kind of start to wave while you work, and you think, oh, J, mine is kind of wavy. That's what you want, because it's making a crescent shape, and once we steam it, it's going to work great. So, but remember, everyone has 4 inches at the neck, for the filet crochet. If you're short like me, 6 inches to get over my shoulder. I have to get over. I've got to come down 3 or 4 inches or so. I don't want to really give you a measurement because you have to try. Everybody needs to try it on. Once it clears your shoulder there, all right, then you'll, like I said, 6 inches, or it could be 7, or if you're taller or longer arms, you might even have to go 8 inches in this body, in this double crochet section. But once you get that number and you try it on, you take it to the mirror and you kind of smooth out the back and you make it kind of fit your shoulders, because we are going to steam this, so the knit will stretch. It's going to stretch, so, but you just have to clear your shoulder. Once you do that, just get to a place, to a right side, stop and wait for me there. So we're all on the same page, right? Right. So that's just more work, and eventually we will get to the beautiful bottom lace, which I will demonstrate again. All right, more knitting. Take your time. Make sure you close up every hole in every double crochet so that there's no holes. And like I said, if you just stop every once in a while and look, you'll see if you maybe left something, so you don't go too far. You can pull back real quick. Oh, I better pull it back. I left a hole. See how that looks? All right. Back in shortly to do another check-in. Okay, my friends, I am back, and I went ahead and took off my rings because we're going to be working in those lace. So I want to get to the beauty of the lace. Now, I know you're still working, you know. So but I'm trying to get this part so that you don't have to have a part 2 and have to look for a part 2. All right, if we can get the lace on here, well done. But on my sample, you can see now, one more time before we start the lace, I'm just pretending now that I have knit all the way down, you know, I showed you how far to go down or try to get to on your arm so that you can, you know, so that it will give you this beautiful crescent across your back, across the width of your back. It's always our back. When you're doing the crescent, you try to go around. The V-stitch goes up, but the crescent goes around the whole broad spectrum of your back and shoulders. And so we had to have enough stitches to be able to accommodate, to lengthen it out. So as you can see, you have a curve, and like I said, if you have a few waves like this, that's perfect. That's fine. That's what you're supposed to have. Once we steam it, and you know, hand press it flat, all that goes away, and it just looks like a beautiful, like I say, crescent shawl. All right, real quick now, let's see. We are up. While you're working, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do the lace. And like I said, I have several tutorials on it, but I'm going to go ahead and try to do a little bit on this one too, so that it's all on one video. And then you can always go study the other ones if you want. All right, so as you can see, I've been working down, and we're pretending now I've got my number of inches. So I'm going to turn. I got just enough yarn here. I had to switch back to the real yarn because it's nice and silky and smooth. That other stuff was terrible. So, all right. Pretending now. I have made, okay, Jay, I'm down to, you know, I'm finishing up, and now I've finished up with the last row on the wrong side, because the wrong side I have marked, like you said. It's marked, so now I'm getting ready to start on the right side, and I want to start the lace. So after I've done all the double crochets, and don't forget, you know, you work into your post. You know, you do your double crochets and on that on all the rows, and then you'd work into the post. Now chain 3 and turn. Just chain 3 like you would regularly do. And make sure I'm on right one more time. Yeah, I can't. Ooh, I can come in a little bit, can't I? And maybe go that way a little bit. Okay, let's try that. So, I chain 3 and turn. Now I'm on the front side, see? I'm on the front of the fabric. And we're going to put the border back. So I'm simply going to, after chain 3, then I'm going to double crochet in the next double crochet, not in the one you're in, not that one. You're going to double crochet in the next one. So that's 1. That makes the second one. You already had 1, 2. Now 1 more, 3. Just like we did in the beginning. So now I have those 3 double crochets right there. We need them to kind of get this love knot stitch, get it going. I like to always start it with a border. Now, here we go. Once I finish the border, and I have 3 double crochets right there. 1, you can barely see this one, the third, there it is. That's 1, 2, 3. All right, we're still on the J hook. The next thing I want you to do is pull up a loop. Just pull up a loop, but not a long loop. We want to work this one not real long. Then I'm going to stick my finger or something there. I'm going to stick my finger right here to help me know where to go next. Now I reach and pull over a loop and pull it through. Now where my finger is, I go back in and pull up a loop. Now I have 2 loops on the hook. Pull through the 2 loops. That makes the first knot. Don't pull it tight though. You're going to need it on the next row, not to be tight. Now slowly pull up another loop, but not too tall. We don't want to overdo it. Just pull up a loop. I've got my finger there. I reach over and I pull that through. Now go back to where my finger is and pull a loop. Now pull a loop through those 2. There is the full love knot. 2 parts. 1, 2. See that? Now, I'm going to skip 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 of the double crochets. And in the 4th double crochet, right here, I'm going to do a single crochet. Pull up a loop. Not real, you don't have to be real tall. Just pull it up. Now stick a finger or something right there. I've got my finger there, and I'm going to reach over and grab that and pull it through. Now look where that little space, that little hole where my finger is, I'm going to reach under, pull up. Now I have 2 loops. Now pull through both loops. Stop. Okay, that's the first section. Pull up another loop, but not too tall. Put my finger there, go over, pull a loop, go into where I was holding the place with my finger. I've got 2 loops on the hook. Now go through 2. Stop. I have 2 sections for the love knot. Now I'm just going, just for a second, I need to make sure that I was on before I continue on. I don't want to get too close because then you won't see the, but I do want you to see it. I'll move my camera back just a little bit. Okay, and I'm going that direction. All right, let's try that. Let's keep going. All right, so I've got 2 love knots there. Okay, let's go. Make sure I have some yarn so I don't have to stop. Skip 3. 1, 2, 3 in the 4th chain, or 4th double crochet there. See on my work here. Do a single crochet. Slide up just a little bit, enough to put maybe your finger. Rest your finger there if you can, or your thumb or something. But that little space right there. Then reach over, pull the loop, and where you have your thumb resting, go back in, pull up a loop. Now pull through 2 loops. That's the first section. Okay, pull up another section, pull a loop up, put that thumb, if you got fingernails or something, you can stick your fingernail right there. See how I've got my fingernail? All right, now reach over, pull a loop through. Where I have my thumb, go back under that first strand, pull a loop, pull through 2. Skip 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 double crochets in the 4th double crochet. do a single crochet, pull up a slight loop, stick your thumb, or just like this. If you can't get your fingers, stick your thumb there, right there. See, you made a space. Now reach over and grab the yarn, come through the loop. Now go in the same place you had your thumb, pull up another loop. Now go through 2. That's the first section. But we have to do 2. Don't pull that too tight, just pull it down a little bit. Now slide up the loop, put your thumb or fingernail or something right there, thumbnail, go over, get the loop. Now that same place that you have your thumb, go up under that strand, 2 loops on the hook, pull through 2. Alright, skip 3, 1, 2, 3. Of course you have a long chain, but I want to get to the end so I can show you. Alright, which is necessary, how we're going to count this out, because we haven't counted anything, remember, except a few little things, but we haven't been counting all these stitches. I don't know how many stitches. Well, we got an idea, because we had, say if I had 88 filet crochet, and then I filled in 88 blocks, that'll give me, what, 160 at least. Okay, skip 3, 1, 2, 3. In the 4th double crochet, do a single crochet, stop, pull up a loop, not like that, just pull up a slight loop, enough to put your thumbnail or thumb right there. See it? Right there. Put your thumb there, reach over, pull a loop through. Now right there where your thumbnail is, go back and under that strand and pull a loop up, and then pull through 2. That's the first section. See it? Just one section. Now pull up again, just a little bit. Put your thumbnail again, or fingernail, whatever, right there. Reach over, pull. Now, can you see there's where your thumbnail is, or your thumb? You can go up under that strand of yarn, pull up a loop, now pull through 2. It's hard with all your fingers, I guess, all in the way, but I'm trying to figure it out how to make it nice and clear. Of course, I have my other ones too. I'm going to put the over in the comment section so you can look at it. It's a different color, and you might be able to see it better. Who knows? All right, skip 3, 1, 2, 3. Go into the 4th. Now I'm going to speed up a little bit because we got to get to the end. So I can show you, and pull through 2, stop, pull up, pull through, go up under that first strand. There's the 2. Skip 1, 2, 3. Single crochet in the 4th chain, 4th double crochet, I'm sorry. Pull up just a little loop. I'm going to place my thumb right there. Pull a loop over under that first strand right there. That first strand right where my thumbnail is. Pull up a loop, pull through 2, stop. Pull it up again. Place my thumb there, reach over, pull it up. Now go back in where my thumb is and pull through 2. Alright. Like I see, you've got a long row, but you can already see, bird, can you see how pretty the crescent is? Alright, we're working on the front of the work now. I'm going to bird back just a little bit, bird. I keep hitting poor bird. Okay, skip 3, 1, 2, 3. Go into the 4th double crochet with a single crochet. Okay, now pull up the loop, stick my thumb right there, or something, my finger. Go up, pull up a loop under, go up under again, pull up a loop. Now have 2, stop, pull up the second half. Right there, see that first strand right there, right where my thumb was. Pull that up, pull through 2 loops, stop. Now, you have a very long chain, so yours is going to work out really comfortable and look real nice. But as you get towards the end, when you have quite a few stitches left, I always do this since we did not count and make a formula for this. We're going to just figure out how to make it work. And it's easy to do if you just take your time. First thing I'm going to do is count it out. I'm going to go over here. I see, like here on my little section, okay, I don't know if I'm going to come out even or not. I don't have a clue, but I didn't want to sit there and count all these stitches forever. Okay, but I can do this. All right, I'm going to pull my, all right, we've been, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and in this fourth one, I would make the love knot. Okay, let's go again. Skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and in this fourth one, I would make the love knot. All right, I'm doing pretty good so far. Okay, that's how many we got left. See if we got enough or you have way too many. Skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and in the fourth one, I'm going to do a single crochet and do the love knot. And for me, I'm going to have 1, 2, and if I go into the post, I'm going to have 3 stitches left. Well, that's good for me. That doesn't mean yours is going to come out that way. You may come out with, maybe you're going to have 5 stitches left. Well, if you have too many stitches left, pull your, this is why crocheting is so forgiving, pull your work back, and then instead of, I can't talk, instead of skipping 3, skip 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then do the love knot. Go again. 1, skip 1, 2, 3, 4, and then do the love knot. See if you're closer. You know, if you've taken down some of your stitches, you know, you knocked them down. You try to get as close to 3 as possible. You'll have 2 double crochets. What you want left is 2 double crochets. See the 2 at the end? 2, 1, 2. And then you'll work into the post to make the third one. So all you have to do is keep working. And if you have to add a little bit to pull back, sometimes because this is freestyling, sometimes you might pull back and go, okay, I've got a little too many. I counted it out like she said, and maybe I need to go pull up, do my love knot, pull up again, do the second part. Okay, then instead, since I have maybe some extra stitches I need to how to use up, I'll go, instead of skipping 3, I'm going to skip 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then do the single crochet in the next stitch. You won't be able to tell at all. And you'll work your way across, trying to narrow it down to at least 2 stitches, 2 double crochets left. See the 2 double crochets right there. And then you'll work into the post. Now let me go back and do mine like I should have it. And I got to show you when you turn what you have to do for the wrong side. Let me just pull it back to the single crochet. All right, there's my single crochet. All right, now let me just go in my own so I can get to the end. See, once you get the rhythm and you know where you go in, where your thumb or finger will rest, you're not so worried about it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna keep on that mode until I see that I need to do something. Oh. Wait, I did miss that. If you mess up, just pull back. And you can count again. Skip 1, 2, 3. And in this here, I'm going to single crochet. Pull it up just a hint of a loop. I got my fingernail right there holding it in place. Okay, now pull up again. I put my thumbnail there again, right? I put a thumbnail right there to let me know I go in right there. So I pull up a loop, come through. Now I go in where my thumbnail is, right there. Okay, so now on my sample, I'm going to go ahead and count. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th chain, do that 4th double crochet. And then 1, 2, 3 in the 4th double crochet, do that. Then 1, 2, 3 in the 4th double crochet. I think I have mine. Let's go ahead and do it. Skip 3, 1, 2, 3 in the 4th one. Single crochet, pull up just a little loop, put my thumbnail right there. See, it's holding that place right there. Pull up. It's holding the place for me right there. Oh, me. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. Skip 3. Go into the next one, do a single crochet, pull up. I have my thumbnail right there. That's one section, pull up. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. So in the fourth one, so I'm going to skip 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, mine worked out pretty good. I got one. Let me see. Skip 1, 2, 3. And in the fourth one, do a single crochet. Okay. Let's see. Is that right? Oh, okay. No. Okay. On the last one. This is why I had to get to the end. Okay. So now you're getting to the end. I had to stop and think for a minute. Okay. This is on the right side. The wrong side will do something a little different. But on the right side, I pull up. And I do the second part of the love knot. There's 2 parts on the right side. Now I count 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then on the fourth one, I'm going to just go ahead and start the double crochet. It's so close to the end, I will be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and instead of doing a single crochet, I'm going to double crochet into that double crochet. It's like a border, but I may have maybe one extra on this end, but nobody will know. Then double crochet into the next one. Next double crochet. Then if I wanted to, I could skip this last double crochet and just go right into the post. You need to always go into the post. So if I want to skip this last one right there, right before the post, can you see that? I could just skip it so that I only have 3. See, there's so many ways you can figure out how to come out. So now I'm going to just skip that one. Nobody, look, you can't even tell that I skipped one. I'm going to move my, you just see the love knot, then you see 3 double crochets, just like I would have on this end. I had one too many, so I just skipped as I got there and went straight into the post. Now watch. This is what I wanted to get to. So now, we worked our way across. Once you figure out the first row, how to fudge it, then you don't have to figure it out anymore. It's going to all match up. It's just once you do it, since we did not count and come up with a math formula, the first time you get to this end, you finagle it the best you can, you know, just like I shared with you. I don't want to keep going over. Okay, now chain 1, 2, 3, just like we've been doing. Flip the work, turn the work to the wrong side because it's marked. Now I come back and I go ahead and stack the 3 double crochets right on top. Even though I had skipped one on one end, it don't matter. You can't even tell. Okay, so I have the 3 double crochets back now. Let me get this. Can you see them? 1, 2, 3. That's my little border. This is what you do on the wrong side. This tells me right here, when I do the 3 double crochets, pull up, and we're only going to do one part of the love knot. We're going to do the first. I pull up, okay. Put your thumb in that space, somewhere, thumbnail or something right there. Reach over, grab the yarn, pull it through, stop. Now reach down and go right there where your thumb is holding. I have 2 loops on the hook. Pull through 2, stop. That's one section. That's all we need to get back started, because this is what you do next. All the love knots up in the air. Some of you may have remembered me teaching this before. You see the ones up in the air? Not the ones that are connected. Not the ones, but the ones that are up in the air is where we work into. We're going to work into each stitch. Okay, you have to start with only one section on the wrong side when you start it in, but everything else is exactly the same. I stick my hook in. In other words, I do like a single crochet. Then I pull up. Okay, then I'm back at the same. I pull up again. You have to have 2. Go through where if your finger gets lost or you can't find it, back out till you come to the knot again. Pull up. Okay, put your thumbnail there. Go through. and pull it through both. Stop. Go to the next one. I'm only looking for the one up in the air, not the two that are connected. So here's the next one. So I go in, do a single crochet, pull up, go through, pull up again, and there we go. All right, I'm going to the next one. Not right here. It has to be the one up in the air. See? See, it's kind of floating. So I go over, I go through, I do a single crochet, stop, pull up a loop, keep my thumbnail right there so I know exactly where to go, pull up a second loop, not too long, not too tall, and go in. It takes a while to get them all, but this thing is so lacy you really can't tell. Okay, let me go across real quick so I can show you what to do when you get to the end of your long row. I'm only working in the ones that are up in the air. So let's see, can I get across real quick? Sometimes I have to turn it. If you can't get in, if you pulled it too tight, sometimes I can turn it kind of like go in from the bottom or something. But you just have to feel around. Go in, do my single crochet, pull up. Now I'm going to see, can I just get a rhythm to go across? Because I need to show you what to do on the other side before my whole foot goes to sleep sitting on this stool. Oh God, I'm sitting on the stool. I think I can get myself hurt my bottom. Okay, go in, pull up a loop. My chair is too short. I'm too short, so I had this stool kids used to use in the basement when they were little children, you know. All right. I find the next one. Look, it's up in the air. It's floating. That's the one I want, not the other two that are connected. Push it in with my finger some kind of way. Pull a loop through like a single crochet. Pull up. Put my thumb there. So it's all like one good little motion. If you can get a rhythm, and don't pull that knot tight, because you're going to need it to be loose on the next row. If you can't, go back out to that knot. All right, pull up again. Go through. Okay. Go through two. Did I do that right? I don't know, something said I didn't. I was trying to keep my leg. Okay. All right, pull up, go through there. Now pull through both loops. There we go. All right, I'm working on getting in this one now. Push the hook in, single crochet, pull up a loop. Pull up another loop. Okay, got two loops on the hook. Pull through both loops. All right, let's go. Here's one here. All right, put my hook in. Bring up a loop. Single crochet. Pull up. Catch that, come through, go where my fingernail is holding the place, two loops on the hook, pull through two, stop, make the second, go up, go through that, and pull through. Okay, I'm looking to get to this last one. All right. That's what we have so far. We are on the wrong side. This is why I had to get you to mark it. And since your row was long, if you put it in 3 places, there's no way for you to miss or not understand where to go, you know, which side you're working. Do the single crochet, pull up a loop, through, go through. Once you get a little rhythm, it's good. You know, I'm trying to do the ball, make this tutorial. Bird, I'm just overwhelmed. Bird, help me. Pull up a loop. I tell you, for people to say anything when you're trying to do a tutorial, why would you say anything? People are worried. I'm under these hot lights. Oh, Lord, help me. Okay, Jay, stop complaining. You wouldn't do it if you didn't enjoy it. Okay, now this is a part right here. Okay, when I get up to the last one, I know I'm on the wrong side. I'm on the last little thing here, okay? I'm going to go in see how it's up in the air. But you can see I'm right near the border. It's the last one on the row. It'll be the last one on your row. I go ahead and go in, pull up a loop. You know, I got to, and then do a single crochet. Now I'm going to do, remember when we started, we only did half, the first half. We had 1, 2, 3, and then we did the first half. Well, we're going to end it the same way. So I'll pull up a loop, put my fingernail there, pull it up, come through, go down, pull a loop through. There's 2, come through, the 2 loops left there. Now I go right back into double crochet for the border, because that's what we have over here. We have 3 double crochets. Remember, I was able to get rid of 1 stitch, hide it, so you didn't even know it's gone. And then you go in the post. You do the 2, and then you make sure you go into the post and see, can I get in there? I had a hard time getting in there. These needles are not very pointed. They're kind of the dull ones. All right, so now, look. I'm going to lay this down, hold it up for a second. All right, so on the wrong side, the reason I was trying so hard to get to the wrong, show you what to do and why you should have it marked. On the wrong side, when you start, you do the border and then half of the love knot, the first loop. Then you work the whole thing the correct way like you do on the front, but when you see this last one, you only have to do half and then do 1, 2, 3 double crochets, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. This is why I put a board on mine, so I don't have to figure out anything else. If I started with just a love knot, to me that's just over the top, excess, trying to figure out, now what do I do? This one, you know you're going to have a little border. It kind of gives you a breath, kind of gives you a place to just rest for a second or 2. Okay, so I do my 3 double crochets. Now I'm going to stop and rest for a second and think, okay, this is the right side. So I do the whole stitch. So that means I've got to look for the first knot in the air. There's no knot there. This one is connected, but here's one just floating in the air way over here, see? So that's what I'm going to, okay, after I do a single crochet, well, yeah, I guess I do a single crochet there. Okay, then you pull up a loop, and you're going to make both sections of the love knot. Pull up a loop, make both sections, because it has to reach all the way over here, not anywhere else. So I make it to this knot that's in the air. Okay, now I'm going to single crochet. I pull it through, single crochet, and pull up a knot, pull up a loop. Go through 2. Stop, pull up, go where my thumb is holding the place, pull through 2. Let's just stop for a moment. This is so lacy. It's really a hard stitch you really see, but the placement is so easy to find the placement because you're only working in the knots that are in the air. Here's the next one. Now I'm going to do this one, then I'm going to stop. Because sometimes you can overteach something and it just wears the people out like, okay. So let me just, one more. I'll just do one more maybe. Okay, I do a single crochet, pull up the loop. I stick my thumbnail there, or my finger or something to hold that space. And then I go through, there's 2 loops on the hook, go through 2. Pull up, go through, go up under that first strand there, and voila, stop. Oh, I hope I got all this on the tape. Now, would you like me to turn it the right way? Let me pull up let me turn it this direction so you can see how you can see it. Okay, here's the neckline. Here's the body where we did all the double crochets that gave us the nice crescent shape. Now, here is where we're adding the love knot. On the right side, you add the full love knot. On the wrong side, look at it again. I won't say it because sometimes it just, okay, it's too much. All right, you have a long, long thing to go. You can make this real quick. Let me see, can I get the, yeah, let me get this one. Here is the, let me just hold this up so you can see the beauty of it. We just took 3 different stitches and put them together. Now, here's the original one. Here's my, because I don't want this tape to go any further. And I may have to cut some out, we'll see. But you can see we had 4 inches here, 6, 7, or 8 inches here, you know. Then you can go another 8 inches here. And when you get ready, what's going to bring it out, of course, if you steam it, I suggest that you simply hang this on a hanger and wet steam just this part of all this lace and let it dry. I got that idea from Seta watching something on one of her videos. She did the same thing. She wet and she let the weight of the water pull this lace. I don't want you to over steam this lace. And some people might over steam, but if you would just take a spray bottle or a steamer and lightly wet it and then hang this up on a hanger, you know, put some paper or something on the floor or something so it won't drip over the bathtub, the shower, or whatever. And just let it dry and let the weight of the water pull this down. You know, you can hand pull it down, or if you steam it, you can just lightly hand, you know, kind of pull it down like this. Well, what do you think of this? I hope you're excited. I hope it's not too much that you think it's a little, oh, Jay. Everything is simple. Everything is very simple. Everything is something we've done before. It's the love knot, but I'm going to put the other video over there so you can look at it again, at me demonstrating it. It's a different color. You might see something better than on this color. Who knows? But it's not hard, as long as you just follow the steps. Well, this was a good day. When I got up, when I started working on this, this is what I saw. This is what came to mind. I don't know. I just felt like I needed a good day. So much is going on. I needed to say, I needed an affirmation statement. Something. Now, I hope I was on about the lace. You fold back the collar around the back of your neck when you're wearing it. I just needed something to tell me, yes, Jay, today is a good day to crochet. So, take your time, follow the steps. This is Jay, this is Bird. Thank you for being here. I am on a quest to end the summer with beautiful things because I want to do some new things come the fall. I'm going to try to add a few little new things, maybe some smaller things. But like I said, this is just simple. It's just a lot of crocheting. Not knitting, Jay, crocheting. It's just a lot of crocheting, but everything on here is very simple. So don't try to rush. Take your time. Well, until my next project, which I'm almost halfway done, I will send you out with all hope, all that I can uplift you. And I want you to tell me if this was a good day to crochet. This is bye for now from Bird and Jay. Bye-bye.